Everybody, this is Compound Interest Stock Guy. I'm here with Samantha Shenker. I'll leave the IG so you can follow her. She's a really good trader in forex, and she's also a little bit knowledgeable about stocks. And she's
Hey,
on
what up, everybody?
yeah, she's from Florida. She's rocking it in Florida, where it's super hot right now, and she's really good forex trader. She trades gold and indices like the S&P 500, and
Oh,
she's getting to become a really good trader. So we're gonna go
we're
through Vi
getting there.
we're we're gonna go through Viacom. Again, we're not financial advisors. This is just for entertainment information purposes.
Yeah.
And so this is Viacom, and the way I was looking at it was that if you put your stop loss about $36, then the 44 it could go to 99. So if you're looking on the PE ratio, it's about 11 PE ratio. They make 28 billion per year, and they had 59 million in volume, so a lot of volume. A two
Correct.
a 2% dividend yield, so that's decent. It dropped a lot in the last couple of days. So why don't we talk to you, Samantha? So what's your opinion on fundamentally about Viacom? Why you think it's could be a potentially good trade?
Well, Viacom is a parent company to CBS and also to Paramount Pictures. And as you all know, that Paramount had just released a new streaming service. And with that, I believe Paramount and Viacom are going to be really, really good stocks for the future for a good potential buy. Right. It did actually buy up. When did it like buy up like crazy? Because it bought up like crazy, as you can see on the left side with the chart, and it did have a little bit of a pullback, but I don't think it's going to be a crazy pullback. I think it's trying to find itself. It's trying to like go around, like just. Sorry, I'm a little nervous, but I think
Oh, you're doing good.
I think it's definitely gonna like go up though. With just because it's just a streaming service, a lot of like like Netflix, Disney Plus, even Discovery. When Discovery made their own little streaming service, their stock went up like crazy good. So I think it's just a really good like potential, like a really good potential buy hold. Like I think it's gonna make a new overall high and shit.
Yeah. I mean, I think it does have potential. I like the PE ratio in it. I haven't looked at their cash position.
I even convinced my uncle to buy it, and he's all in for it for the the PE.
Yeah, exactly. So that's very interesting. Samantha's like she doesn't actually have any stocks herself, but she's like become very knowledgeable recently on fundamentals on
Yeah, thanks
stocks.
to Mr. Compounding.
Compound interest stock guy. Yeah. So
Exactly.
this is a bullish order block, so there's a lot of liquidity around here at the 44, and then there's
Yeah.
gonna be some bearish um resistance around the 60 area. But if this does a full retracement, it could potentially go to $90. But again, when you're in the trade and you're in blue, it's on you, right? So I mean,
Right.
if it goes to 55 and it doesn't go to 90, you can't say it's a losing trade. You literally like you're risking, even if it went to $55, that's literally a 1-to-1 risk reward. So again, you don't want
Well,
once it
it's just important, when the trade is up at a significant amount to always, move your stuff in profit, to just manage it well, because you can always still lose even if you're in profit. So it's just important to just carefully manage it. But I mean, if you're investing in it and you really do have a strong belief in the stock or whatever stock that you believe in, then like just hold it, and of course always go over it with financial advisors and etc. But if you're trading it and you want to do like a short term thing, then go for it. I personally don't like trading stocks. I'm more of an investor with stocks. I don't personally invest yet, but I just believe more with like investing better than trading with stocks. I do trade with forex, but yeah.
Yeah, well, you also have like a crypto portfolio now too, right? So I mean, you're
Yeah,
definitely
yeah, I do. I have a little investment portfolio with crypto, and I have a few other little cryptocurrencies. I don't have a big portfolio, but I am thinking of getting more. I'm putting more in there though for sure. I'm
Yeah,
just
so
starting out.
yeah, no, it's really good. So the way I kind of see this is it's probably going to sit around this area, and then once you start to see momentum, maybe it's going to push back here. What I would like to see is kind of some bullish candles form, and then try to push up to 50. The way I would want to play this trade, to be completely honest with you, viewers is and subscribers, is basically it's April right now, but we have a full year, that 9 months to go, right? So the potential for this stock to go to $100 is there, but I'm not banking on that. I'd be more banking on the trade going to $60. So now if I got a $60 call option or a $55 call option for pretty inexpensive, and I have time till say July, August, September, October, or December. That gives me a lot of time to be right. Now, if this stock pushes up to $50 or $55 really quick, and then I start to see like it loses the momentum, well, when it's up a lot in a short term after I bought that option, and I have a lot of time on the option, it's probably gonna be about anywhere from like 70% to 200 or 300% gains. So if I
Oh,
paid $200, it's going to be like $340 minus the commissions, or maybe $600 or something like that when it moves up that fast. So the potential when it does that big move is really there to make a lot of money on the call option.
I mean, I would definitely tell people to get their, like, the partials around that 65, 64 area. But I mean, I'm all for the big home run, for the 100. So I mean, yeah, I mean, you can take it to 64, 65 and take your partials, because I mean, it can possibly, like, buy it from there and then go back down, retrace down. But I don't know. You can't be scared. You can't be scared.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's a good. I agree with what you're saying. Is basically it's with the call options, it's a different game though, because you're the time expiration, right?
Right.
If the time decays, like say it's just sitting around 44, or it goes to 40 or 30, and then you got 2 or 3 months on and then it doesn't do anything, well, maybe I spend like $200, and then before you know it's going to be worth $50. But as soon as it goes up to like $55, then it's going to be worth like 400, 600, $700 if I buy a $60 call option. So I want to get that big spike up first. Maybe if I had two or three or four call options, I would sell like one or two around here, maybe 55, 60, and then hold the other ones maybe for a potential for it to go to like 80, or where those ones would maybe like 10x or 15x if it goes that high. So I like that. I mean, it's pretty cool that she shared this information. These are just, Bitcoin's trading at 57.5, and just talk side note. But
Oh wow, it like significantly like dropped.
yeah, it dropped in the last. But back to Viacom, it's VIAC. And this could be a really good winner for people, whether they want to buy the stock for the
And
dividend.
even also probably do the sister companies as well with CBS, Paramount. They're also good, companies
Yeah,
as
I
well.
don't want to recommend those companies without having like done any research into them. But
No, yeah, of course.
um the like I've done a little bit of due diligence with this company, just looking at the charts, looking at the price, the earnings, the PE ratio of about 11, which is very, very low. And I like the fact there's a lot of volume. So, there's a lot of people looking at the stock. I know when Pfizer had a big run in like end of December with the vaccine, there was like 50 million shares trading. So I like a lot of the volume. There's big money playing in this field.
Oh, of
Um,
course.
and just the fact it's dropped a lot, so you're getting it at a discount. There's the bullish order block. Bullish order block's just a lot of big money sitting there. It's not a fancy term. I mean, yeah, it sounds all fancy dancy, but it's really just big money sitting there. And but then when there's like a bullish, when it wants to go back to that bullish order block, that's going to be a lot of strong resistance, right, to push through, right? So it may hit this area and then push back down to 45 or lower, right?
I think that's what's going to happen. I think it's going to go up to the 64, 65 area, go back to the entry, and then really push up to the big money.
Okay, so you think it's going to do something like this? Let's do this.
Yeah, I sent you a chart of my markup.
Yeah, I don't we don't have that much time to do this video, so I'm not gonna. I mean, maybe after I do this, I'll show your chart first a little bit.
It's all good. I'm all good. But yeah, something like that that you're drawing up with your little arrows.
So you think it's gonna double bottom and then maybe potentially go like this?
Right, and then go all the way up to that like 100 or higher mark.
So you could potentially get it to here, take your profits, close
or
out.
You guys can just wait. It's up to you guys.
Of course, you got to do your own research. You got to do your own due diligence. But we're looking at the charts. We're pretty good chart readers now, and you basically could potentially buy it here, whether you buy options or not. You sell it at that peak, whether that's about a 50% gain, and maybe you keep like 10 or 20% of your position, and then you put your stop loss and profit. It stops you out. You re-enter here when you start to see some rejection in that area, and then you see some bullish candle. You buy it back up to, and then you just trail that stop up, 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 and then maybe it goes all the way to 100. So that's kind of the way you could play it. You could win on that trade twice. So that would be a way, or you could just do it once. You could be like, oh, I'm just gonna sit on this for the next 3 to 6 months. You could buy the call option right now, for like a 55 to $65, and hold it till like maybe August to January. Obviously, the longer time you have on it, the more accurate, the more chances that it's gonna go there. But if you're way too out of the money, like if you got an $80 call option, you're less likely to hit it. But if you got like a $50 or a $60 or 70, you're gonna pay more, but you're gonna be more likely that you're gonna win that trade. So that's kind of how it is. When you have a bigger out of the money trade, you're less likely that you're gonna win that trade. But when you do win that trade, you're gonna win a lot more money. So that's the kind of way that you have to do the options, or you could just buy the stock. You get paid the dividend. Whether you got $10,000, you're gonna get a 2% yield, so about $200 per year. And if this stock goes up 2 times, you doubled your money. On top of that, you were getting a yield. So that's a way to really and it's a good risk reward. Again, if this trade does not go the way you want it to, you would want to pull out somewhere around $36, $37. What do you think? When would you want to pull out, Samantha?
I think that's a good, area to pull out. I think, it just kind of depends what people are wanting to risk for their accounts. I'm all about like 2%, but I think that's pretty reasonable. I mean, it is a little bit of a bigger trade. I mean, you could maybe make the SO a little more roomier. But overall, I think it's good. I think it's a little
So
friendly.
something like this, maybe.
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
But I mean, it really just kind of depends on the person, really. But I mean, it's still a good RR. So I mean,
Yeah, that's true. That's about a 3 risk reward if you got it all the way up to
3 to
there.
1, yeah.
And then you would get out of the trade if it goes to
I mean, it
26,
just kind of
27.
depends, like how long. Because if these people want to just hold it to that 64 area, like you said, then your original SL is perfect. But if they really want to wait for that double bottom that I suggested, then I would suggest a little bit of a roomier stop loss.
Yeah, I think it's going to be, if it does do the second rejection right there, it's going to be a better trade. But for now, it's just going to have a quick little run up probably. Unless you get some really nice news where it just pushes up to $80 or something like that.
Right.
But that's some pretty massive drops, right? That's some pretty massive drops. I mean, we're talking
And a
about.
lot of imbalance. Those are very big imbalance candles. So
Okay, so when she's talking about the imbalance, she's talking about that has dropped so much on this side, it needs to fill this area to kind of pick up a lot of that liquidity
right,
on the buy side.
big red bearish candles.
Yeah, so that's what she's talking about. Samantha in the house. So that's what's up. So again, we went over this with Samantha Schenker. You should follow her on Instagram. I'll leave the link in the description. and give a like as well, and leave a comment down below. And yeah, this is a hot trades that I'm maybe looking at. I know Samantha's really into trading gold. She likes trading SPX 500,
And silver too. I
silver,
love silver
XAG,
too.
USD. She's part of the silver squeeze crew. Silver
Yeah,
squeeze.
love some silver.
She loves the
Silver is my
shiny.
thing.
She's an eight. She's an eight. She loves the silver. So this is what she likes. She likes to trade silver. She makes money trading the forex market. She'll make like a buy like somewhere around here, and she's gonna like try to target like $25, and like she's got her profits. Like she's got a free trade. Like she cannot lose the trade now, and this could potentially go like to 26, $27, and she's gonna make some good money. So we'll just
Hopefully.
what's up?
Is that hopefully? Hopefully, I think it's gonna pull through though.
Yeah, well, whatever the case, I mean, you want to maybe trail a stop or whatever the case, so you maximize the amount of profits or whatever if there is a pullback, if the dollar gets strong. There's like basically what I'm using for the dollar strength volatility in the markets are for figuring out the markets, like what the decision, like the fundamentals in the markets is. I like to look at the VIX. If the VIX is
Which is the
going,
volatility index.
yes, that's correct. If the VIX is
It's
going,
also known as the fear index.
yeah, it's a fear index. So if it's going down, the market's most likely going up. If it's going up, it can have a factor on the market going down. The 10-year yield, we like it to go down. That'll push up indices, S&P 500, US 30. The Dixie, we like it to go down if the market's going to go up. If we want it to sell, we want this to.
Especially with your commodities as well, you want the dollar and 10-year to go down, and you want your commodities such as silver, oil, gold to go up, and of course your indices and futures.
That's correct. So, and then also, I mean, we were watching Greg Manarino earlier, and he's a big proponent on the U.S. oil. When the U.S. oil pumping, it has a positive factor on the indices, the S&P 500, the US 30, the NASDAQ, and
Yeah.
it had a really good day on Thursday. And the dollar, I just used the USD CAD. So again, we went over Viacom this
And
week.
remember, the USD CAD and US oil are introverted trades. So if US oil goes up, US CAD will go down. If US CAD goes up, US oil will go down. So just always keep that in mind.
Yeah, that's so. I hope you enjoyed this session with me and Samantha Schenker. So follow her on Instagram and Twitter. And until next
Thank
time,
you.
shaka capace we outie.
Thank you guys. Thank you, Robin. I'll see you guys later.